Hallo allerseits, herzlich willkommen zu The Girl of Glass. Wir klicken hier auf Beginn. Grafisch sieht es ja schon richtig schön aus. Okay. Summer Bird's Tale.
It had been the best summer of her life, but also the worst. She had lost so much, but she had found courage, and for the first time, she felt like she had a future. It was time to leave the past behind. She decided to look at the photos one last time. The old woman in the next seat leaned in.
That's a beautiful collection you have, dear. That young woman looks delightful. Is she a friend? Ich habe keine Ahnung. I wish. She's amazing, but I'm always so nervous around her. She must think I'm an idiot. If she truly is amazing, she would not think ill of you for being nervous. You're right, but none of it matters now. Now that is a pompous lady if ever I have seen one. She's the worst. She knows exactly how to push my buttons, makes me want to punch her in the face, but that would only prove her right. I'm sorry to hear that, but sometimes people provoke emotions in others only to deflect their own insecurities. That's true. And who might this colorful character be? That's the clown. He's hilarious. His jokes are brilliant. I can imagine. It's a shame no one will hear them ever again. This looks like a man who knows what he wants. What he wanted was to be taken seriously. But how can I take a 4 feet tall man who talks like a robot seriously? He's just pathetic. Don't you think sometimes what annoys us the most in other people is how they remind us of our own flaws? What's that supposed to mean? I'm nothing like the ringmaster. Of course not, dear. What a fascinating woman. What is she like? She's quite likable. She never said much, and she didn't expect me to speak either, but her company was relaxing. It is always pleasant to have someone with whom silence is comfortable. But it turns out she might actually be a bad person.
Crystal paused for a moment. Did she really know these people? Or was she just making it up on the spot? What if she had answered differently? Would her memories of them change?
Das ist die Frage.
She tried not to think about it. After all, it was natural for her mind to be scattered, considering what she had been through. The final photograph was the one of her and the boy.
That's a cute boy. Where is he now?
Crystal hesitated. She didn't know what to say. He was the reason she had made it this far, but then just the thought of it made her nauseous. Then something even more horrible dawned on her. When she saw the eagle, her blood ran cold. A million thoughts rushed through her head. How could she have been so stupid to think she'd just get on a train and get away? She was naive, and now reality caught up with her. This time, she had nowhere to run. After all, she was still the frail little girl she had always been. And he was much too strong.
You don't don't have to do this. You brought this on yourself. I have no choice.
Maybe he was right, Crystal thought. Maybe it was her own fault. But did it really have to end this way?
Oh. Girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're sitting comfortably on your tushies, because the show we have prepared for you is so exciting, so thrilling and so funny, you will not be moving an inch over the next hour. Take it away.
Funny maybe, but thrilling and exciting was a bit of an exaggeration. In fact, the circus had fallen far since its golden days. Over the last couple of years, many performers had left. But who could blame them? After all, they joined the circus expecting adventure. When they learned that the ringmaster refused to travel, they eventually got bored and moved on with their lives. The only performers left were those who had nowhere else to go. The circus was their safe haven. It didn't matter to them that the show was dull. They just wanted to escape the real world. Crystal wasn't one of the performers, but she still couldn't leave the circus. If anything, she felt like a prisoner. Sure, the circus was safe, but it was also deadly monotonous. She was tired of hiding from the rest of the world. When would it be her turn for some adventure?
Chapter 1, The Circus. Click the ground to walk, double-click to run. Ich würde gern wissen, warum die so blau ist.
Sun touched her skin. She had been blindsided by summer. It was as if Mother Nature had fallen asleep on the job, only to wake up and fast forward several months overnight. For a moment, nothing else mattered.
Hey, you!
The voice was like a cloud intercepting the rays of light. Then, she saw the boy.
Hi there. Ha, you're a lively one. It's just nice to meet someone new. What's your name? They call me Glass Girl. So is it you, the girl of glass? I've heard so much about you. You know about me? My mother used to talk about you. Used to? So it must be great living at a circus. I guess. That didn't sound very convincing. Are you thinking about leaving? Thinking? More like dreaming. I can't leave. Why not? The ringmaster. Is he keeping you here against your will? Well, kind of. And let me rescue you. Don't joke about that. I'm not joking, really? I'm serious. Do you want to come with me or not? It's just so sudden. I understand. I better get on my way then. It was nice meeting you.
Crystal knew that opportunities like this don't grow on trees. Maybe this was her only chance to leave the circus.
No, please don't go. Will you give me some time to think about it? I guess I could stick around for a while. How about you sleep on it and come see me in the morning? Yes, thank you. Just a sec before you go. May I take a photo of us? Sure. You know, in the future we might remember this as the moment when our great adventure began.
The boy snapped a photo and put it in his pocket. They said their goodbyes for now. Crystal was happy about meeting the boy, but could she really run off with him? It's not like the others would mind. They probably wouldn't even notice she was gone until they ran out of clean underwear. But she still owed the ringmaster a big one. she decided to give the circus one last chance. Her mind would be made up by the morning. It was time for dinner. She could smell the stew from the caravan.
Okay, also schön ist es, kann man nix sagen.
The tall lady's cat was tormenting a pigeon. It hissed when Crystal came close. It wouldn't let her pass. She would need something to shoo it away with.
Okay, dann brauchen wir was.
The only thing inside the ticket booth was the footstool the ringmaster used to reach over the counter. That, and a tip jar with 2 popsicle sticks and a lonely shirt button.
How am I supposed to afford a fancy college degree if people keep tipping us with garbage? Don't they know I work for tips? They probably don't even know I exist. And who am I kidding? I'll never go to college. I can't even read. I would have to start from scratch in kindergarten. On second thought, the shirt button looks kind of nice. Okay. A lonely shirt button.
The only thing inside the ticket booth.
Okay,
that
das hatten wir jetzt schon.
The fortune-telling machine was old. While it did have a coin slot, Krista had discovered it could also be started with a well-placed slap. Crystal gave it a whack.
Tomorrow will be a productive day, don't oversleep.
It always said the same thing. Crystal figured the ringmaster had programmed it.
Okay.
Crystal shivered when she looked at the giant teddy bear. It was supposed to be an obtainable prize back when they had games at the circus, but that was a scam. Now it just stood there, staring at her in the night.
Sieht wirklich ein bisschen gruselig aus. So, das heißt, das Einzige wäre hier.
The clown, a man in his best years, he was juggling, dancing and telling jokes all day long. He could put a smile on anyone. Crystal admired him.
Sorry, little miss, can't chittily chat right now. But you said but. So hungry, but the show must go on.
The clown was busy. It seemed only food could take his mind off juggling. Crystal stared at the daredevil's dusty cannon. He had left the circus to become an accountant. Numbers were more thrilling, he said. Crystal wouldn't know. She never learned math. The large ball used to be part of the tamer's performance. But since the tamer left and the lion was released into the wild, the ringmaster forced the cat to balance on top of the ball instead. Crystal almost pitied it.
Perfect. The swinging broom is like kryptonite to cats. Gehen wir noch zuerst hier rüber, bevor wir die Katze verscheuchen.
The door to the stables was locked. Crystal wasn't allowed to enter without supervision.
Okay, so viel dazu. Doppelklick to run. Drag and drop from back to use inventory object. Zack. Hier auf. I have a broom. Let that poor bird go, or I will smack you.
Obviously, the cat couldn't speak. But if it could, it would probably have said something like,
Naive child, your attacks have no effect on you. We'll see about that. Click and hold inside the circle. Here. Release to select an action. Click and hold. Ja. Ach so. What's this sorcery? I did warn you. You're only making me upset. Yeah, okay. I have this delightful taste in my mouth. Is it rat or rabbit or... No, this is even better. Wait a second. You made me taste my own blood? You will pay for this. Aber... Ah. Oops. Hier. Ouch. Can't we just talk about this instead? You know, let us strike a deal. You may pass and you may keep the bird. Sounds good, yeah? Too late for that now? Burn in hell, girl of glass. Nette Katze. You should pick on someone your own size, says the one bullying a tiny pigeon. That's not the same thing. Why not? Birdie and me are just having fun. Doesn't look like the pigeon is having fun. Of course it is. Tell her, Birdie. Tell her how much fun we're having. Help! You shut up, or might bite your neck off. Darn. I've seen enough. Let's finish this. So. Also einmal noch, schätze ich. Ah. Okay. Ist irgendwie betäubt. Und ein Critical. 3 Sterne. This ain't looking good. Well, we'll meet again, girl of glass. Und weg
When
ist
the
er.
cat was gone, the bird chirped. Everyone knows birds can't speak either, but Crystal imagined it had something to say.
Thank you for saving me, cool, brave one. Don't thank me, I'm just doing my job as the janitor. Oh, I mean the guardian of this circus. I'm on a mission to deliver this cuckoo so important letter to someone at the circus, but I'm too tired to continue. Fret not, I will deliver it for you. I'm forever indebted to Cuckoo.
Crystal couldn't decipher the name on the envelope. She would have to ask around to find its recipient.
Okay, aber wir können jetzt hier weiter. Oh, können wir hier runter?
The ringmaster was in a wild argument with a large officer. This was the sheriff. His presence meant trouble for the circus. He was a disciple of the eagle, the tyrant who ruled the country. Their affiliation was official by the emblem he carried on his chest. Before Crystal came close enough to hear their conversation, the ringmaster slammed the door in the sheriff's face.
I will find dirt on you, ringmaster, and when I do, I'll be back. Get out of the way, scoundrel. Your zipper is open. Pff, I'm not falling for that. Suit yourself. Really is open.
The sheriff pushed Crystal aside and left the circus.
I wonder what he wants. Kann sie uns das sagen?
The well-dressed, lanky woman was prima donna Luciana Valentina Scorticini. Crystal called her the tall lady for simplicity. She used to be a famous opera singer, or at least so she claimed. But she had left that life behind when she joined the circus. When the ringmaster brought Crystal to the circus, the tall lady protested. Crystal never really understood why, but it was clear that the tall lady hated her guts. Worst of all, she seemed to derive enjoyment from provoking Crystal and watching her lose her temper. Crystal often felt ashamed after her impulsive tantrums. But at the end of the day, perhaps the outbursts were exactly what she needed.
What do you want? Why was the sheriff here? Do not you worry your little head about that. Let the adults deal with it. I'm not a child. Oh, fine, I will tell you. But do not think this means you can get involved. I'm sorry to inform you, but the sheriff is shutting us down. Oh. Oh, is that all you have to say after everything we have done for you? Show us some respect. Respect? You haven't shown me the tiniest bit of respect since I came here. You're just a big airheaded celebrity who thinks you're better than everyone else. I'd be happy if the circus closed because then you'd be without a job. Ha, you need to learn to control those emotions, young lady. All this stress is making my throat dry. Don't play stupid, do something, fetch me a bottle of water, pronto. That's Italian for quickly.
Crystal had no choice but to comply. It was her job to serve the circus performers after all. But where would she find water?
Okay, wir müssen Wasser erst finden.
It hadn't rained for weeks. There wasn't a single drop of water at the bottom of the well.
Okay, das wäre meine erste Idee gewesen.
The goose had moved into the circus the same day as Crystal arrived. It was probably just a coincidence. What did fill Crystal with wonder, however, was how it got there, because she had never seen it fly. Most of the time, it just sat on the roof and gazed out over the horizon. Crystal imagined it was missing its family.
Also bis jetzt eine richtig schön erzählte Geschichte, muss ich schon sagen. Gehen wir mal hier rein.
Crystal was not too fond of how she looked in the mirror. All she could see was her flaws, so she'd rather not look at all.
Nicht viel Selbstbewusstsein, die junge Dame.
Crystal remembered when these posters were made. It was back in the day when twice as many performers lived in the circus. Among others, the painted picture showed the tamer, the mechanic, the twin line dancers, and the daredevil. She used to get along well with these people. They were all so kind to her when she arrived at the circus. But now they were gone, and every day Crystal asked herself what she was still doing at the circus. This was the bear woman. She was the most recent addition to the circus crew. Why she chose to join the circus at the time when most of the performers were quitting remained a mystery to Crystal. She was taciturn and had a habit of sleeping during the day. Crystal didn't mind though. In fact, she found their relationship rather liberating.
Don't wake the sleeping bear. At least not without a good reason. Ja, ein Brief wäre doch... Nö, okay. I think I'm just gonna assume that the letter isn't hers. Gut, wenn das so ist.
Honey, the edible gold. The others wouldn't be happy if she took it all for herself. It took a lot of willpower, but Crystal managed to keep her paws off the jar. A sturdy bowl, great for serving hot stew.
Oh, okay. Das ist ein nettes Zimmer. So, jetzt können wir hier weitergehen noch. The only thing you will find in the storage area is that wicked girl. If there were any water there, it would be contaminated by her profanity. Look somewhere else. Okay. Wasser. Sprechen wir doch mal mit ihm. Hello there, glass girl. Made up your mind already? No, sorry, still thinking. No problem. Is there something else on your mind? Just want to talk. Sure thing. What do you want to talk about? I don't know. Why don't you tell me something about yourself? Like what? Anything. What's your favorite food or what grinds your gears? It would be great to get to know you a little. Okay, so I'm kind of obsessed with butterflies. You like butterflies? That's cool. Then I think you'd like my collection back home. Ja, die Briefmarkensammlung oder also die Schmetterlingssammlung. You could collect butterflies? Like a butterfly conservatory? Yeah, well, kind of. That's amazing. I'd love to see it. Sure, if you come with me, I'll show you all of it. Das hört sich nicht recht vertrauenserweckend an irgendwie. I still need time to think, of course. Oh, da ist ja wieder unser Vögelchen. Ist noch nicht weg. Cuckoo, please don't tell that awful cat hurt me again. Don't worry, I won't. Now run along and deliver that letter. I will get in cuckoo trouble if it's delayed. Don't get pushy, I'll do it at my own pace. Nicht nett vom Vogel.
The flag was attached to a long, sturdy rope, but it was entangled at the top of the pole. It was a Gordian knot only a pair of scissors could sort out.
So, tja. Mit dem Wasser sieht's hier auch nicht so rosig aus. Da gibt's auch nirgends Wasser. Vielleicht gehört ja ihm der Brief. Not now, little miss. Och. Da können wir auch nicht rein. Oder dürfen wir nicht rein.
The door to the stables was locked. Crystal wasn't allowed to enter without supervision.
Stiefel? What are they doing up there? Talk to the boy if you need help. Okay, dann sprechen wir mal mit ihm und vielleicht können wir ihn fragen, ob er etwas Wasser für uns hat. Oder ob er weiß, wo wir Wasser bekommen. Schauen wir mal. Aus dem Fass zum Beispiel. Hello there, glass girl. Made up your mind already? No, sorry, still thinking, no problem. Okay. I need help. How may I be of service? The tall lady wants me to fetch her water, but she only drinks the fancy bottled stuff. I noticed the clown juggling with a bottle, but he's too busy or even talk to me. The only two things on his mind are food and juggling. Maybe if I brought him food, he'd pause the juggling. There's stew simmering on the stuff inside the caravan. I should fill a bowl and serve it to him. I think I saw an empty bowl on the shelf inside the caravan. Sounds like you don't need my help after all. Thanks anyway. Okay, das habe ich nicht gesehen, wenn ich ehrlich bin. Dass da was Gutes am Ofen steht. Ehrlich gesagt sehe ich nicht mal einen Ofen. ich bin blind.
The stew smelled delicious. But if she wanted some, she would need a bowl.
Zum Glück habe ich eine.
Crystal filled the bowl with stew, but this serving was not for her.
So, damit füttern wir jetzt den Clown. So. Oh, is this super delish couscous stew for me? Ah, of course, silly. Who else? Thank you. This should keep the tall lady quiet for a little while at least.
They were regular juggling pins. Crystal had no reason to take them.
Ja, stimmt, wir haben ohnehin schon die Wasserflasche. Sehr schön, sehr schön. So. Dann geben wir ihr doch die Wasserflasche. Look at that, the girl is good for something. Ah, I can't wait to quench this thirst. What? It's all shaken. Oh, it was sparkling water? Are you illiterate or what? The label has carbonated all over it. You are lucky I'm not the one running this circus. If it were, we would have thrown you out long ago. I cannot fathom what the ringmaster sees in you. This circus is a business, not a damn charity. Well, soon enough you might get what you want anyway. If only, but until then you will obey me, young lady. I know I should not trust you ever again, but I will give you one chance to redeem yourself. I have not seen my furry sweetheart for a while. I want you to find him and bring him to me unharmed and unshaken before darkness falls. If anything happens, la salsiccia era deliziosa. That is Italian for I will never forgive you. Und ich habe es sicher falsch ausgesprochen. No, it's not. How you dare question a lady in her native tongue? Enough of this, run along now. Fine.
Crystal felt remorse over beating up the cat earlier, but she wasn't in the mood to go looking for it. Finding the recipient to the letter seemed like a more important task. After that, she could search for the cat if it was still missing.
So, jetzt können wir vielleicht hier rüber? Ja. Okay, ich würde sagen, das war's für heute. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.
Crystal found it odd that the old generator was always running, despite the circus using very little electricity. The girl in the back was stronger. She was bold, cheerful, and athletic. Let's just say Crystal admired Strong Girl. Perhaps her admiration was a bit excessive, because it made her stutter and lose words around Strong Girl. Which was ironic, since all she wanted was for Strong Girl to like her. Better be a stranger than a fool, Crystal thought, and kept her distance. But it made her miserable. Crystal had nothing to say to Strong Girl. But maybe the letter was hers.